It's live. You go watch. Bye.
Yeah, we live now. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna wait for a few people to jump on. Tate, you there?
Yeah,
Are you trying to Trey trying to tell me
I'm
to
here.
stop?
Maybe a little bit.
Oh.
Nah.
Now I'm gonna go drop the link in the chat. So if people want to come up and speak to Trey or praise him or whatever they want to do, they can for just a hot second. I'll let the fans come up at the end.
Bye. Yeah. Bye.
All right, I just posted the link in the chat for anybody who want to come up. After I get through interviewing Trey or whatever. But without further ado, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. To keep it on a low podcast, we got a very special guest. We got Mr. Trey Petty in the house tonight, state championship quarterback, all state. You Danny does it too, right?
To be determined.
Okay, well, future Danny does it quarterback, Illinois commit quarterback. Uh, Appreciate you coming on the show tonight, Trey. We just wanted to bring you on, man, and highlight your greatness. I've been following you since you was little league, man, and I like what you're doing on the field. I like what you're doing off the field, and we just wanted to bring you on and ask you a few questions. Like I'm gonna start out with last year was one of my favorite seasons. Like just as a Yellow Jacket fan and as a former player, I saw you guys kind of come out of nowhere, and that showed a lot of grit. It showed a lot of character. So kind of just run us through last season and with the injury and what you was going through and how y'all managed to come out of it on top.
I mean, honestly, all those it was a lot of injuries beside my ankle injury. I mean, like two of my receivers were hurt. My running back was banged up pretty much the whole year. I had some offensive linemen hurt, and honestly, just being able to stay positive in those situations, that's like big for a team that's playing like big and good football against some good teams. And I mean, starting off real hot and then going into 0-3 district play, I mean, that just like that takes the doubt out of state championship, honestly. But as a team, we just kept that on our mind and preached that every day in practice. If we get in playoffs, we're gonna get there, and we got in playoffs like we said we would, and then the rest was history, honestly.
Okay. So just give us a rundown on kind of your mentality and your focus on going on into your senior year as far as personal goals, what you want to achieve, as far as team goals, what you're looking to achieve.
Uh, I mean, what's going on right now is really just like that's one reason I committed early as I did to get the recruiting part out the way for me, so I can focus on my senior year better and not worry about where I'm gonna go to school and all that. Since I already know where I'm gonna go to school, so I mean, getting that out of the way was a big part. And then now it's just building chemistry with some young guys I haven't played with yet. Got a few young receivers I'm gonna have on my team this year. That's gonna be good. So I think building a better chemistry with them gonna help. And I mean, some personal goals I got. I haven't threw for 4,000 and like rushed for 1,000 in the season. So I low key want to do that and possibly just break some goals. I think one goal, like Luke Almeyer said, it was a single season passing record. I mean, a single game passing record, and it was like 470, 460. So I want to try to at least get close to it, if not beat it this year. And I mean, of course, go back to back. That'd be big for Starville. I don't think Starville ever went back to back. So I mean, just make history. Like that's the biggest thing. Break records, make history.
Okay. So who's your favorite quarterback in the league right now?
Right now, I'm gonna have to go with Josh Allen. I
You
mean,
like Josh Allen?
I like how explosive he is.
Okay. Kind of give us a little insight on the recruiting process. Like, what made you feel comfortable going to Illinois? What made you feel comfortable making that decision really soon, knowing like, coming into your senior season, you're gonna put up big numbers. Schools, they're gonna still be knocking and still be calling.
That's what I want to know because I seen him going to a lot of schools, and a lot of schools want you bad. What made you choose Illinois?
I mean, I feel like of course, Luke's up there right now, so he was in my ear a little bit, let me know like this is a good place. You don't like it, so I mean, I went on my visit, and everything that they said through their messages, I felt that in person, like with them, like the relationship. They big on family up there, and you're gonna need a family. Like at the next level, you're gonna need folks that gonna be hard on you, push you every day, and it's gonna help you be successful. So I feel like they're the people that's gonna do that for me. And I mean, I can see myself playing early up there. So getting on the field is a big thing for me. I ain't never sat on the bench in my whole life, except probably my ninth grade year. And really, like, I want to be on the field, so I'm gonna go somewhere I can play. Honestly.
Okay. So, what's some of the things like you liked about the coaching staff as far as the scheme, the fit? You think they fit your talents as far as being able to pass and run?
Honestly, the OC, Coach Lunny, he's not like you can't really like put him in a category. He's a type where he'll do whatever you're good at. Like if you're good at just running, he gonna do that for his offense. If you're good at just throwing, he just gonna do that. If you're good at doing it all, he gonna mix it up and cook it up pretty good for you. But like he done coach some quarterback that could run real good and throw. He done coach some quarterback that really could just throw, and he done been successful with all of them. So I mean, I think everything he done showed me, I feel like I'm good at doing, and then he'll teach me some things that can make me better and make my game better. Honestly.
Okay, I noticed you've been going to a lot of camps. So how you feel like putting yourself out there in the summertime as opposed to just playing during the fall help you?
I mean, like I was growing up, I knew I'm not a big camp guy. I'm more like when them Friday night lights come on, I'ma do me and I'ma turn up. So I'm not really a big camp guy, but some of those camps are like big name camps that I got invited to. So like some of you just can't turn down and you want to see how you line up against the other competition. So I mean, I feel like those big camp help because a lot of those guys got like big platforms, and if you turn up at a camp, you never know, one of them might record you and tag you on Twitter, and coaches might see that, or like there's people in the future like NFL scouts might see it. And I feel like camps, honestly, like big camps that are worth it, they really help in the long run.
Okay, I noticed you said when the lights come on, that's when you at your best. And I can recall going back to the Tupelo game of last year. And early in that game, I think he may have got a penalty. And I was watching that game with my brother, and he was yelling at the TV, and I was like, "Man, just chill." He's setting the tone. And Trey, I think we all watched you grow up in that Tupelo game, man. And you willed your team. It was like it was a beautiful thing to watch because you refused to let y'all lose that game. And man, keep that mentality, keep that attitude, keep playing with that dog in you, and it's gonna translate to the next level for sure.
Yeah, I mean, to go off that, like, yeah, I feel like I wouldn't even say like some of those penalties I get, it's not like from talking, it's like just from being competitive. Like that's just the competitiveness in me. Like I'm going, like if a dude get up talking, I'm gonna say something back. If we run heads up and I give you the best of me and I win that, I'm gonna get up and let you know it and then go on about the next play. But I feel like that's just me, the competitive side of me. Uh, Not really just a hot head like some folks say, but I mean I feel like I'm just real competitive and that shows on the field.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think your team definitely follow you. They follow your lead, and I wanted Tate to chime in and if you had a few questions for him or whatever, till Ryan get on.
All right. Somebody asked in the comments, are you
What's
fully
going on, man?
committed to Illinois?
You on, Rion?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. So, hey, you could kind of let the listeners kind of give them a rundown, on the scout report on what you got on Trey or whatever, and just your experience from being around them and kind of covering the athletes in this part of the state. First of all, introduce yourself and let everybody know what you do, bro.
Right. First of all, I want to say I appreciate you having me on the show, man. I love what you're doing, man. It's a great thing that you're doing, all the things you do around the Starkville community, man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say congratulations to Trey as well. Y'all guys, both of y'all guys represent the city of Starkville very well. But like you were saying, bro, uh, I'm Rion Young from 27. I work for 24/7 Sports. I'm a recruiting analyst. For y'all that don't know what a recruiting analyst is, it's like a scout. And I go around watching the top talent all around the nation, but I try to mainly concentrate on Mississippi because that's where we at and that's where we are from. And to go more in with Trey Petty, man, when I look at Trey Petty, I've been watching Trey since his sophomore season. My first time seeing him on the football field was he was
Ryan, you breaking up a little bit. Hey, everybody on the panel, put your mics on mute if you haven't. That might help a little bit. Let me see. Because he going in and out. He might need to get to a better area. Ryan, you there?
Okay, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good now. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, man, I've been watching Trey since he was a sophomore. And one thing that I always noticed about him is his leadership and the fact that he was a big time competitor. But as far as his attributes, man, his arm has grown so much since his sophomore season. Last year at a 7-on-7 is when I first seen that his arm was all the way right, man. It was in 7-on-7, you get 4 seconds to throw the ball. And man, I know Trey probably waited to like 3.8 seconds to let a post route really develop. It was a route that was going to take a long time to develop. And man, it was how quick he released the ball and got the ball out. And he put the ball like right on the money. You know what I'm saying? And I seen that, and I knew then that his arm had gotten to where it needed to be. But mainly what we love, I think what we all love about Trey is his ability to pick up yards with his feet. We all know that he's very great on the basketball court, so he got good moves. He plays point guard in basketball, and you can't be no guy that can't move to be able to play point guard in basketball. So and he's not a small guy. So when he put shoulder down, he's coming with a big load, you know what I'm saying? But back to his arm, he's a very accurate quarterback. A lot of people don't give him a lot of credit for that. And I think that when it comes down to the 2024 quarterbacks in the state of Mississippi, you got to put him in a question for number one. And I surely think that he will be a Danny Dozen this season.
Okay. Yeah, man, numbers are cool, but when you watch that film and you see him play on tape, that, like you say, when the lights come on, he ready to turn up. And I think Trey kind of got that it factor that you can't coach, man. And those intangibles that he has what it takes to lead men. Ryan, kind of chime in on how you feel like he translate at the next level or whatever, and then we'll get back to Trey with a few more questions.
Yeah, I think that Trey is going to do a great job on the next level. As a guy to get.
I think we're losing you again, Ryan. Rion. I don't know why I would call you Ryan. All right, we might have lost him. We'll bring.
Gonna be a guy that's going when he get to this level, he's gonna be a guy that's gonna work hard for it. But I think the fact that he is tough, has an arm that's developing into being a very, very efficient pocket passer when he is standing in the pocket, even though he is a dual threat quarterback. I think the better his arm to get, the more chances he will have to be a guy that gets to get some playing time as an underclassman. I don't think he's a guy that we are going to wait till he's a junior to see play hit the field. I think he's a guy that's going to touch the field when he's a freshman or sophomore. Like I said, man, he got everything he needs to go straight into Illinois and roll and learn the things that they are going to teach him. And once he learned that offense, he'll be it's going to from the time that he plays the game, on the next level.
Okay, all right. Back to you, Trey. Kind of get the fans of Starkville High in the city of Starkville. Just tell us what we can expect from you and the team this year.
Honestly, I mean, what we went through last year was tough, and I don't want to take the city through that again. That like, I bet their hearts dropped like when we went 0-3. So I don't want to scam like that this year. So honestly, they're gonna expect like hard fought games out of us every game because our schedule is not tough. It's never gonna be tough when you're Starkville. It's gonna be teams that gonna want to play you and test you and see how good you are. So every game we play, they're gonna see a hard fought game. And hopefully we come undefeated this year. That's the mindset. Not lose a game. Losing isn't fun. So never been fun. Never been losing. So I mean, we want to win every game. That's what we're gonna try to do this year.
Man, show us the championship ring.
I got you. Should have told me. I would have brought it up here. Let me go get it.
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What
That's dope. That's dope.
And then you got the 7 stamps right here underneath. 7 diamonds for Starkville High to 1-7.
Now you know we gotta talk that championship talk, Trey. My picture on the wall in the locker room. I was a running back on a 2001 state championship team, and man, we got something in common too. I wore that number 12 also.
You did?
Yeah, that number 12 got a special tradition, man. You carrying it on well. It's been some really, really, really good athletes to wear that number.
Yeah.
And yeah, you carrying on that tradition well. I'm gonna read a couple of comments. Lonzo Grill say gold in the making. Jay Bird want to know, are you fully committed to Illinois or that's South?
Nah, that's 100%, 110% locked in.
Locked in.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay, Tate, you got anything else you want to chime in or you want to add? We done had Trey almost 20 minutes.
Nah, I'm just saying. I just want them to just promise another ring this year. I love that confidence, though. I ain't gonna lie, I love that confidence.
Oh, the swag through the roof, man.
I love
that's worth the admission right there.
Yeah.
Hey, so look. So you said that you really been starting basically your whole life, since like junior high. So are you mentally prepared, to like sit behind somebody if necessary? Not saying it will happen.
Yeah.
But are you mentally prepared where they don't take a hit on you like that if you did have to do something like that?
I mean, like, growing up, like around here in Mississippi, too many quarterbacks. You don't see too many quarterbacks get a chance to go to a Power 5 school. So I mean, like I'm honestly blessed to even do that. So growing up, I always knew like it's gonna be hard to start as a freshman. I don't mind even taking a red shirt year. It's always helpful, honestly. If you're trying to get to the like extra years, help you learn more. So I feel like I'm already ready, but when I get there, I'm just ready to play my role and compete. Honestly, do what I do. But I mean, I feel like I definitely think about it all the time. Like, dang, I'm probably not gonna start my first year, maybe second. And yeah, it's really just come down to competing, honestly, and just staying locked in the whole time. It's a process, and you gotta trust the process.
I mean, but it is something to come straight out of high school and go do their thing up there.
Yeah, it is. That'll be big, honestly. That'll be real big.
Man, now you know you gotta give your mom some credit. Tell us how big of
the momager of the year.
Hey, tell us how big of an impact your mom has had on you and what are some of the characteristics and qualities that you take from her?
I mean, I'd probably say being competitive. Like, I mean, I know her for like being a manager and owning stores, and she don't go for nothing. So I feel like she don't really let nobody big dog her, and I feel like I get that from her. And probably just being like hardworking. She always been a hardworking mom. She do everything for me that I ask, and some stuff I don't ask. She take the extra mile. So I mean, I'm blessed to have somebody like that. And I mean, I feel like I get the competitive part from her for sure.
Okay, man, that's a good thing. I
I
appreciate. Go ahead, Tate.
hold up, Fat. I got one more. Like, it's an important question. Like, other than the football, have you figured out what you're gonna major in?
That's always like what I thought about, like what I've been thinking about a lot lately. I mean, I know Illinois is like one of the top business schools in the country, if not number one business school in the country.
Right.
So I feel like that's something to look into. But honestly, I really don't know because like I always been good in school, but I just like never knew what I wanted to do outside of football. And something they told me with their academics, you get like first 2, 3, 4 semesters to take classes, and it's like a variety of stuff. So it'll help you figure out because like it's like 90% of college people that go to college change what they want to do about 2, 3 times. So I don't want to be one of those people. I want to go in there, like learn and just figure out what I can do and take my time and then go from there.
Oh yeah, definitely do that, man, and enjoy the experience, Trey. Like being from Starkville, a little small town, you going to what is it, Champaign, Illinois?
Yes, sir.
Going to Champaign, and man, experience and meet new people and develop relationships and network, man, and sky's the limit for you. And like I say, we appreciate you coming on. I wanted to highlight you and I mean just let you understand how much the city is pulling for you and kind of give the city a chance to get in a little bit close to Trey Petty. Um, Stay healthy, man. Stay prayed up. Keep God first, and keep doing your thing, bro. Anybody else got anything to say before we let Trey go? I know we done had you a little while, bro. I don't want to keep you too long.
Man, you gotta get used to these type of interviews. You gonna sit in front of them folks sometime 30 minutes.
Nah, it ain't.
Nah, they ain't gonna do that. I'm trying to look at the comments to see, but ain't nobody really got no questions other than that one.
Jay Bird say, do your thing, man. Keep going hard. You definitely gonna repeat. Pig say, keep your head up, keep straight, keeping them books.
Toby say he going first.
Yep, Toby say
He said she feel like he first in the state.
But yeah, it's all good, man. We rooting for you, Trey. Stay healthy, man. And I'm ready to see Friday Night Light, bro. Put on the show and keep doing your thing, man. We appreciate you coming on and tell your mom I said I appreciate her. And welcome back anytime, man. We're trying to grow this platform as big as we can get it. And we're gonna promote our young guys who out there, doing what they're supposed to do and making a difference. Now get a young fella some advice. The young quarterback's coming up and Pee Wee might be looking up to you in junior high. Give him some advice before you get out of here.
Honestly, the biggest thing growing up, I mean, you got your body gonna develop and get stronger, and you're gonna get faster. Your throwing motion, honestly, with your throwing motion and just learning how to throw, take advice from people that been there and did that. Like, honestly, at the quarterback position, you can't take advice from just anybody because it's a real hard position, a real technique based position, and you gotta like really know what you're doing. So honestly, take advice from people that have been there, that did that know what they're doing, talking about. And honestly, you just gotta be the toughest person on the field and stay locked in at all times. Don't ever let your mind slip the game. Like when you locked in, that's when you play your best. And I feel like you stay locked in, you're gonna do big things and just keep working. You get better every day.
Okay, appreciate that. Read this last comment. He's talking about how was their best receiver. That's what's up, man. Trey, where you going next time you in the weight room? Check out 2001 state championship pitch out.
Man, I'm gonna look.
You in the club now, my boy. So keep it going. I love the ring. I love the swag, dog. And we look forward to back to back. Let's do it.
You get that ring this year. We want you to get the whole team on here with us.
I got you. I can
Oh,
do it.
hey, we're gonna get some studio footage when they winning again, bro. It's all good.
Oh yeah, for sure. We most definitely should be there by then.
Fly fast, sting hard, my boy.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
All right.
Okay.
Tate.
Whatever.
Man, did you finish watching the
I ain't finished it because I had to take my little boy to football practice today. That's why I was when I was texting you then. So I ain't never get a chance to finish because when I came in last night, I was dog tired. So I ain't started back last night because I knew I wasn't gonna make it through. But now just the beginning had me. The beginning had me so intrigued.
Oh yeah, man. It's so many talking points on it. We won't get in it until everybody watch it, and then we'll go back and get in it.
Where I was in, where I stopped at, they had just went back to the first spot. But they seen the elevator in the house and all that, and he took his partners back over there, and it was gone. Like it was a regular house then, and I probably went like 2-3 minutes past that. So yeah, but
Lucia said, "Watch what? It's called I Clone Tyrone. It's a movie on Netflix.
They clone Tyrone.
Yeah, they clone Tyrone. Yeah.
Yep, but I most definitely got to finish.
All right, we had a topic. If you want to get into bullying, look like we got a few parents on here, so you want to dive into it. Tate, you got kids like
yeah. Like we just had to deal with a situation like that recently.
Go ahead, kind of. You ain't got to just be direct with it, but kind of let them know what's going on.
It's like, it's summer and they got cheerleading, football, all this type of stuff going on, or whatever for the kids, and we just witnessed the situation with the little girls, and we was just sitting back watching one day at practice, and you can just hear the little girl saying certain stuff. You know what I'm saying, to certain ones, and it's usually the smaller ones that it usually happen to. So once they realized the grown people actually was listening, though, they eased all the way up. But we had to speak to the coach. All of it, like some of the parents spoke to the coach. And she wound up talking to them the next practice or whatever and ran them a little bit. But it's just that simple, like that, and they young, like these young kids. And it's like if you don't get it under control and teach some of these kids before they get older, that will go way up into their life. Like if you got grown bullies out here, you know what I'm saying? So you can imagine what the little kids go through. And some of these little kids, like, the situation that happened around our city a few years ago. So, bullying does affect kids. And you got a lot of parents who a child will come and say something happened to them. Everybody think they child is supposed to be the toughest or supposed to be the don't bag down. Or even if you got one that's kind of timid or kind of shy, you still feel like, well, you better toughen up and go do this and go do that. Or you got some, did you hit them back? You should have hit them and blah, blah, blah. Nah, you need to sit down and talk to some of these kids because some of these kids go through that type of stuff and they want somebody to talk to. They need somebody to talk to. As well as you need to get to the bottom of it and try to talk to the other parents and see what's going on their end too. But I feel like a lot of people, and I hate to pinpoint our community like that, but we got this tough demeanor about ourselves. So my child not supposed to be like this, or my child not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be tough. You're supposed to hold up for yourself. So sometimes when these kids come and talk to us, we handle it the wrong way. And that was that kid reaching out asking for help. And sometimes you can go talk to the other side's parents. And 9 times out of 10, if a child like that, you probably gonna see some of the traits over there. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like it's a major issue because it's happening way too much. And we had programs talking about it on TV, and it made world news before about how bullying have caused this and caused that. But I feel like that starts in your home for one. It starts paying attention to who your child's hanging with, what the person around your child talks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see your child just doing stuff like that, you got to pull them to the side too and let them know. Because it's so crazy. We was just at my girl family reunion this weekend, and she got a cousin, and he was saying it joking. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, you know me, I was like the bully in school. I come down the hallway, the principal got to walk with me, blah, blah. He was joking, though. But it actually is kids out there like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you never know what effect you take on somebody else's life like that. And the same way you sit down and talk to your kids that's being bullied, if they come to you and talk about it, I feel like you need to talk to the person bullying that's your child as well. You know, like that's all. Like that's tough, but it actually makes it weak because 9 times bully gonna bully the smallest one, or the one they feel like the weakest one, or the one they feel like timid or whatever. Like that's usually who they're gonna target because in reality they have a problem with themselves. They insecure about something. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to tell people all the time, and this ain't no slight at nobody bigger or nothing, but most big people I know from school can joke the hell out you. They would joke the hell out of you. And that's just, I feel like they just got to the point where most of them got to the point where you just got that tough skin. It's like either fold or get with it. When they joke me, it's either fold or get with it. Like,
I'm
you
saying,
know,
let me ask you this. I the statistics of suicide rate that went up like in young black males. So like we understand it's bullying, but like what are they being bullied about? Is it about their appearance? Is it about their clothes? Is it about where they live? Like what's can we pinpoint?
I don't think you can really just pinpoint one thing. You basically just named a few that they probably get bullied about. But in the end, I think it's the bully knows the person. Like, not as far as like he might know how he living. He might know, that they kind of less fortunate, or he might know that he look like this, or whatever. He might know that. But I feel like any bully who targets somebody, they automatically know that person's kind of like not gonna say too much back, or if they feel like if they do say too much back, I got the ups on them. Like I've never seen a bully pick on nobody that they thought could whoop them. I just hadn't ever saw it. So I feel like that's how they use the target they people. Like now, sometimes they're gonna get surprised because that person ain't who you thought it was, and they're gonna beat the hell out you. But
I'm just saying, like with how things is now with shoes, clothes,
yeah,
J's.
yeah.
Like, I mean, hell, if you go to school and you ain't got on the right J's nowadays, I mean, they'll target you for that. So now, shit, that put pressure back on what the man and the parent to be trying to go out, work,
Right,
and go out and clothe and have adequate, like, live up to the standards
right.
where your child won't get picked on for the material things. Like, that shit gotta be hard as a parent.
And and coming from a parent, it is because I'm gonna tell you, my daughter is 13, and when my daughter was coming up as a younger child, I always felt like, oh, this is gonna be the easiest one, to dress, to get the shoes for, to do this, do that, because she just want the pretty girl color. Don't bring her no dark colors. That's all she cared about. Just bring me the pink, the yellow. I want my Van shoes. I want my Converse. But it's like as she got older, now I gotta have me some J's. Now I need me a Nike jumpsuit. I need me this. It changed. And I believe it's because the little kids, they really ain't on it unless they mama, daddy got them on it. That's just usually how it go, usually. But as you get older, I don't know if it was influence that she saw, to make her want to do this or do that. I don't know if it was about influence. I don't know if it was about maybe she just grew into wanting it. But I feel like it took you seeing it somewhere or hearing about it a lot for you to just change like that. I mean, cause she stayed like that for some years. So this just the last maybe 3 that she got like this. So it's like I think they do. I think they do. Like, it's even to the point now, bro, where I don't know if you noticed. Well, I know you noticed the hoodies. Everybody noticed the hoodies. But when was the last time you went to Starkville High after school?
It's been a minute since I just went to the high. Well, I've been to a basketball game.
Man, I went and picked up my son from after school. I went and picked him up after school one day. Bro, I thought it was a pep rally or something going on. I I thought it was a pep rally or something because all the kids in the carpool lane had on black. Either it was black or gray. And the gray just was something with the black. Nobody had on all gray. Like, it was just blacked out. So I'm like, when I picked them up, I'm like, damn, bro, y'all might have a pep rally someday. He's like, nah, why you say that? I said, everybody out there got on black. He's like, nah, man, that's it. That's what we do now. He's like, man, y'all getting old, man. That's what we do now. Y'all blacked out every day. Like, for real. So it's like if you go up there now with too many colors on, you look that different. And that's weird as hell to me.
Damn. How many kids you got, Tate?
I got 3. Then my girl got 4, so I guess you can say I got 7.
All right. I'm saying out of them 7 children, like, um, I mean, just dealing with raising children. How you think the parents be like when you try to communicate with them about something that your child has came home and said, hey, this kid is doing this or doing that. How you think most parents nowadays be receptive to another parent coming to them about something they think their child doing?
Or about the other parent coming to him about it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
really
saying you.
don't feel like they as receptive as they should be. I feel like most of them just talking just to get you out their face nowadays. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna say all of them because I know that's not true for all, but I feel like most of them just saying what they gotta say to get you out their face. And as soon as that door closed, man, come over here with that shit, woo, this and that, blah 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 blah. Now you got some that's gonna get on their child right there in front of you, and so get to the bottom of it. But I feel like nowadays by the younger generation, like most of the mothers young now of older kids, most of the fathers young now of older kids. So it's always that attitude up in there somewhere. Like, don't come to me about mine or mine this, mine that, you know, or what did yours do? You sure my son don't pick on nobody? So I can't just see him doing it. But I mean, I think it's something that's kind of receptive, but I think you got more on the other side nowadays. And I feel like the kids pay attention to that. Like, if you close your door and you talk about the person that just left your door, you think your kids ain't paying that no attention? I don't even
Yeah.
care if they went to their room. They paying that some attention. And you basically telling them to keep doing what you're doing.
So if you had a child, Tate, that was bullying, how would you deal with it?
I'm going to sit them down and try to talk to them first and let them know, like, that's not what's up. If I even got to go to the point of showing him some people that then took their self out because of that, or show him where a bully wound up getting killed by somebody because they just got fed up with it. I would take it to that extreme if necessary. Especially if you're an older child, I would take it to that extreme. But I'm gonna try to talk to you first and get some understanding, and then I'm gonna try to talk to you and see why you doing this. What's making you do this? Because I know I ain't raised none of mine like that. You know, so I'm gonna try to see what's the I guess you could say.
Damn, I need to bring Ann up. I ain't even sent him the link.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to see why. What you doing it for? Is it so you can be popular? Is it to make somebody else laugh? Is it to make somebody else feel a way about you? Like, what's the reason? Because I know I ain't bring none of you up like this. And I sit down and talk to my bonus kids the exact same way. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact your mother ain't bring you up like this. So it's like we're gonna have to sit down and have a conversation about that.
Okay. I don't know, man. It's like, I mean, I just rely on y'all just on real life situation with dealing with real life bullying. But
And I mean, every time you go out that door, every time these kids go out that door, it's a chance of that. You know,
yeah, that's a
like
shame.
I,
But
I
I
wish Ray
mean,
Ray was on here. I wish Ray Ray was on here tonight because she drive a bus, and I know for a fact she can name some instances that happened on her bus with it. And I mean, it's to the point now, fact. most of these kids that's got in their head, they can't be no punk. They can't look like no punk. Like,
Oh,
I've
definitely.
literally heard some older ones say it. I've literally heard some older ones say it. Man, you let someone say that, man. You.
Yeah, that's a big thing with being humiliated now. And I put my bad, bro. I put the link in your inbox. My fault. Check your inbox. We're gonna wait on it. Hit the stage. Tate, you there? I don't know if he muted himself or what. The link in the chat. And I put it in your inbox. Hey, I forgot. Tripping. I was planning on just doing Trey. Then we could all watch the movie and came back and gave a review on that one tomorrow. Take you back. I don't know if it's me. What the word? Forgot to send you the damn link, bro. Yeah, we were talking about damn bullying though. Uh, and
Yeah,
I was just asking Tate, like, what was his experience with his children just dealing with bullying and shit?
I ain't I ain't had none yet. I know a few years ago I had to get on my daughter about it. Cause some of her friends were bullying another girl and she wanted to chime in. So we had to stop that right there. Nip it in the bud.
My bad.
Uh,
I had a call come through, and them calls be coming through for some reason. It take a minute for it to catch back up where I can be heard or hear y'all.
oh, okay.
But yeah,
I,
it's real important that parents just teach about bullying and even the bullies hell. You know what I'm saying? Cause I mean, kids killing themselves, man.
But I'm gonna tell you something else though, Fat. And you got some of these kids being bullied at home, and they just take it out of home and take it out on
Facts,
somebody else.
facts.
You really got that going on in some households. Some of these kids are being bullied at home, treated too tough for their age, and being handled too tough for their age, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't like it. At home, they might be the weak link, so they go pick out somebody they feel like the weak link and do the same thing to them to make themselves feel better.
That's
Like,
probably starting that most of the time
yeah,
too.
most cases, that's probably what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say they always gonna pick the person they feel like the shy one, the timid one, the super smart one. They feel like not gonna do nothing.
Not just that though. They'll the one that ain't got nice clothes, nice shoes. You know,
yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I
Exactly.
said earlier. I asked Tate, do you think there's added pressure on the parents to have to keep up with,
no,
buying their children like expensive clothes and shoes so they won't be bullied?
no. That's where sewing into your kids come in. Like
Exactly.
showing them what's important and what's not important. Like that, giving them that confidence that that they supposed to have.
You got to teach them to be themselves. Like no
Yeah,
matter what, be themselves. Like if
most
you don't
definitely.
like this type of shoe, you ain't got to get that type of shoe. Like you can teach them like, man, just because everybody else wearing J's, but you like this, man, match it with this. Boy, you clean the one in the school. I'll never forget. I got a pair of shoes, and I was a teenager, like late teens at that. in the streets, and I went and got a pair of shoes from, I think it was It's Fashion. They was some Rockaway shoes, and man, I'm talking about everywhere I go, everybody asks me what kind of shoes to me. Like they like them shoes. It's all about how you dress yourself and stuff. Sometimes, like, but I was being myself. I wasn't getting them shoes because of. I wasn't getting them shoes because of the next person or none of that. You know, I was getting them because I like that shoe and I feel like I can match that shoe, and I pulled it off. But you got some people who will be like, man, I'm gonna tell you the main thing we hear nowadays. And I hear this from our kids. Man, that's some old people stuff. We took them to the rodeo. They say that's some old people stuff. We took them bowling. They said that's this man. This like they went into it. They like, man, this the oldest ones. They like, man, this for old people.
I feel what Perry's saying. Perry said there need to be a class just for bullying.
And it really should. It
Yeah.
really should. Like you hear CNN talk about it. I heard the president talk about it before. But what you putting into it to really stop it, other than somebody in the neighborhood starting something, or a poster over here on the billboard, like what are y'all really putting into it?
Hey, it goes like, I mean, it's a little bit off subject, but how y'all feel about alternative schools? Like, y'all think that really helps, or y'all think they just kind of condition the kids to get ready for prison?
I think you singling them out and you shouldn't do that. Like, I really feel like don't single a kid out, help a kid. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, the reason I didn't graduate from high school was because I went to alternative school. And when I went to alternative school, you know, I think we got to stay 9 weeks at that time. So it was like when you go back to regular school, you behind credits. So for me to graduate with my class, well, I was gonna have to do a whole bunch of extra stuff just to catch my credits back up. Or I was gonna have to be half in this grade one year, half in that grade. And I'm like, nah, I ain't finna do that. I ain't gonna lie, my pride was in that one. It was like, nah, I ain't finna do that. You know, so I just instantly quit and went straight and got my GED, like instantly, like went straight to GED. I ain't quit and run around the streets and do this and do that and just didn't do nothing. I quit, went straight and got my GED, and wound up going to MCC for a few semesters. But I feel like that was me. You know, a lot of kids do that same thing and it'd be like, fuck a GED, fuck a diploma, you know, and just quit. And they'll wind up being in the streets just nonstop. I feel like you shouldn't single them out like that. And I feel like even if you did, like in my situation, I feel like you're supposed to still make it where the kids getting their credits that they supposed to get because they technically are still in school. Now, I don't know how they doing it nowadays, but I know back then, if you was in that grade, you weren't getting all your credits. But like I said, you singling them out. Like you literally putting kids in the school. Like it was a lot of fights in alternative school. And you know why? Everybody in alternative school felt like they was tough. Everybody felt like you over here because you're a tough kid. You're a bad kid. Not bad, but you'll do something, you know. So everybody over here with these egos. That's why I felt like it was a lot of fights over there because you got these egos over here that I'm the toughest or I'm the baddest, you know, and stuff like that happen. But that's what happened when you single them out. And then when they come back to school, that's how they looked at. Oh, they go little badass so-and-so back. Or they go this and that, you know. So I feel like don't single them out. Help them. Help them. But you need to keep them around their peers. Now, if they're a major issue, like, you know, you got to do what you got to do. But they was singling kids out for some of the smallest stuff. Like, you get in one fight, boom, you go on alternative school for 9 weeks. You get too many demerits, you go to alternative school for 9 weeks. And it's like, is it really helping or is it hurting them? Because if you look at the statistics, I hadn't looked at it myself, but I just going by the class that I seen, shit, majority of them didn't graduate. Majority of the ones went outside of school did not graduate. Now, I can't say that was the reason, but pretty sure it played a little small part of nothing else. Y'all there?
I'm here, bro. I'm just
Okay.
eating. I'm filling
Okay.
my mouth up.
But yeah, you know, I feel like help the kids, you know. But nowadays, I don't know, man. It's like I said, it's like the older people used to say when we was younger, man. The blind leading the blind. If you ain't being taught no better, how you gonna do better? And like like we was talking about the other night, when school started, the kids really around society more than they're around us. So if you not really just putting you breaking up, bro. I can't hear nothing you saying.
Tate must got another phone call.
Nah, I hear y'all. I just somebody was breaking up. Whoever was talking was breaking up.
Might have been me.
Yeah, but I believe nowadays, man, just like, man, y'all know when we grew up, man, I don't care what we was doing, our parents still instilled in us the right thing to do. If we went out there and decided to do something when we got older, that was just a choice we made. But when we was younger, man, our parents weren't going like that. What I instill in you, you gonna go by as long as you under this roof, and that's what it is. Nowadays, it's not. It ain't really like that no more. Like, you got too many parents trying to be friends instead of trying to be a parent.
Yeah, I mean, you see that a lot, but I mean, you also got like a lot of women who just doing the best they can do. You know what I'm saying?
That's
They're
true.
playing around.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Like, my mama wasn't one of them, because my mama felt like my mama was a single parent. My mama felt like the bigger you get, the bigger what I hit you with get. That's how she felt. But nowadays, some of these parents look at it like, man, he's 16, 17, what I'm supposed to do with him? They'll fuss at him. I'm going to see you stay with your dad, or you going to wind up being just like your dad, or this, that, this, and the other. But you really just got to be firm with it. All I can say, like, if you sit back and be like, man, it ain't nothing. And you're right, though. It's a lot of single parents out there, so I can kind of get where you coming from. But I feel like they just got to toughen up. Like, I hate you by yourself. I hate you got to go through this alone. But you still going to have to be tough on the child. You can't be a man to the child, but you can toughen up on. Or you can go find somebody to be a man. Not saying go find, a man to just live with you. Holler at your brother, holler at your uncle, holler at
Right.
this and that. And
Right.
sometimes that's hard because for a single black woman, if you look around them, a lot of them brother locked up. A lot
Man,
of them uncle locked up.
but I think that's another problem with our women, man. They don't ask, cause it be plenty of help. Like you said, an uncle, a brother, even a cousin. You know what I'm saying? Or like when we was growing up, the neighborhood. Raised us. But like you gotta ask for help. If you want help, you gotta ask for help, man. A closed mouth don't get fed.
That's true. But you got so many people now that be hollering, I don't want to be a headache to nobody, or I don't want nobody to think I'm going through this, or I'm going through that, or I can't handle this. Like, it's a
But
lot of pride in there.
we
Somebody,
talking about
an old head told me a long time ago, man, pride is the quickest way to hell.
we talking about that, but that's where. But we talking about the kids' future though. So you can't have that pride when something this big is at stake. You know what I mean?
I mean, I know that. You know that. Fat probably know that.
Yeah.
But a lot of them let their pride out with a lot, man. Like, really, a lot of them let their pride out with a lot, man. And it's like, would you rather just see your son or your daughter go to the wayside because you had too much pride to ask for help? And a lot of them ain't gonna sit up here and say, yeah, but you showing yeah. You would. Because I'm like you, man. It's some brothers out there. It's some
Right.
cousins out there. It's some
Most
uncles out there.
definitely.
Or it's Johnny down the street, your neighbor that you cool with. Or, So I feel like it's help out there. Even if you got to bring one of your partners from the street around and just talk to them sometime. Or your pastor. Things like that. So you got all type of ways. Like back in the day, you probably seen more kids in community counseling back in the day than you do now, because people don't want to feel like they don't want nobody to look at their child like they child crazy.
Correct.
But like we talked about before, mental illness is for real. They might go talk to a counselor and realize the counselor might get down to the root of it and realize this person missed the man in the house. Like Fat was talking about. This person right here missed the man in the house. He missed his daddy. or he feel like he ain't got no father figure. And it be like that. Like I was dating this lady, and her son actually got mad at her one time, and we had stopped talking, and told her like, man, Tate was cool, man. Tate was this, that, this, and that. And I finally was finna have a man come to my football games. I finally was finna have somebody come see me, like, and it's crazy. Kids actually feel that way. Me and her wind up talking again, but later on we wind up not talking. But it's just the point, like, for a child, I think he was in like 9th grade. For a child like that age to say that, this been hurting that man. You know what I'm saying? This been hurting him anyway. But now it's a man around that you thought was finna be there. You know, so that meant you was already hurting anyway.
Right.
It just took that for you to vocalize.
Correct.
Perry P said promote some bullying programs from kids. That's true. He said y'all brothers need to be some child mentor. And you know what though, Perry? Before I started getting in trouble with the law, I always wanted to be a lawyer. Always. I mean, you could ask me at 5 all the way to 12, 13. I always wanted to be a lawyer. But I messed around and started getting in trouble with the law when I got older. So that was out the window. But I can be a paralegal, but the lawyer stuff was out the window. But ever since, I always wanted to be a counselor. Like, no lie. Ever since, I always wanted to be a counselor. And it's still on my mind now, but you're right, though. We could mentor some kids. I even had to go talk to some when I was locked up. You know, they picked me as one of the ones to go talk to some kids one time, me and a few more. And they probably looked at my method a little different than the rest because I don't believe you can scare no kids straight. You know, maybe one or two, but I don't feel like you can scare no lot of kids straight. I mean, because I feel like they see it in the neighborhood, they see it at school, they see it on TV. So nowadays it's kind of hard to scare kids straight. So my thing was just sit down and talk to them, just real talk. Y'all see where I'm at? I'm in here. You know, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not finna do like these guys right here and try to scare you or none of that. I tell them prison ain't nothing. Anybody can make it through it. The lamest person you see, or the ones that you laugh at or whatever, they can make it clean through prison. As long as they mind their business, they can go clean through prison. I'm like, but now, can you deal with this though? Can you deal with somebody telling you when to wake up, when to go to sleep? Can you deal with somebody telling you when you can eat, when you can't eat? Can you deal with not being around none of your family, none of your friends until somebody say you can see them and you gotta hope they actually come see you? Can you deal with that? Can you deal with not being able to talk to them on the phone unless they put money on it to talk to you? You're gonna realize some people ain't your friend that you thought was your friend. You're gonna realize some family don't fool with you like you thought. Are you ready for that? And there was some girls now. I'm like, I can't come from a girl point of view because I don't go through what y'all go through. But I know one thing, you ain't got them wigs in here. So can you deal with that? Can you deal with no matter what your women stuff you go through, they ain't getting you but so many rolls of tissue a week.
Yep.
Can you deal with that?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that you need to worry about. Don't
right.
worry about who the toughest. Oh, you did 5 years. You true. But you did 10 years, you a beast. No, you can get the lame one, go do that. But now, can you handle the pressures of this right here? A lot of people that kill themselves in prison ain't because they getting bullied. There's some that have, but that ain't the main reason. They can't deal with the pressure of being away. It get to them, and they can't take it. Especially when family get to cutting you off, or family not there, or friends get to cutting you off, and they not there, and you actually in here alone by yourself. The pressures of the world getting to you now. These walls talking to you now, and someone can't handle it. And I used to talk to them kids just like that, tell them stuff just like that, and it actually resonate with them more. I just talked to my homeboy Var Bell yesterday, and we was talking about this exact thing about how we used to go sit around and talk to kids when we was incarcerated. And he say since he been out, and he changed his life around well. He done changed his life around and everything, and he kind of successful now. And he more Way more positive than what he used to be out here on the street.
What they want to pay for, where they want to go.
Oh, damn, hold on.
A lot of them have reached out to him, but some of them have reached out to him, you know, and told him how much he helped them. I done had a couple reach out to me and told me the same thing, you know, through Facebook or whatever. And it's like, that's that reach one, teach one.
Tate, there go Ray Ray in the comments. Tell her to hit the link and come up. You say she drive buses. I know she got some stories about bullying. She can.
Yeah, Ray, I was just saying, I hope you was on tonight because you drive buses, so I know you done witnessed some of this bullying stuff firsthand. You know, I wish you'd get on so you can tell us some of your incidences and how you handled it, if you talked to them, or how did the parents handle it when they found out. Anything happened where you had to talk to the parents about their child being bullied or about their child being a bully, and how did they handle it? Who was that? Chazz that came on? What's up, Chazz?
Neither
Yeah,
here nor
hey,
there.
y'all. I had to get some stuff orchestrated at my house. So here I am.
Well, let me get off the phone. Chazz doing her podcast and stuff and doing my.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Hear you good.
Yeah, I hear you fine. I hear you fine.
Okay, hey, everybody. I had to borrow my kids' iPad because I was been trying to get on, but my phone service was tripping in the house, and I'm doing some nails, so I ain't want to go outside. What's up? What we talking about?
Bullying.
What we talking about, y'all?
Bullying.
Bullying.
We're talking about bullying.
What are you guys saying about it so I can chime in?
Like we was talking about, like, what do you think? What you think cause people to do it? Do you think society play a part in it? Do you think bullies look at? Do you think they target them because of their clothes, how they look, book smart?
I think it all starts in the house and then your home life. Like, you know, I'm raising some non-bullying kids, but when you have a home that's, you know, got this lack of love and stuff like that, because I have to tell my kids that my daughter, little boys, be saying stuff to her, and I have to tell her that, you know, when people do that, it's the lack within. So he's probably not getting something from home, and he's coming to school to act out and cause someone to feel like he feels, and he don't know no better.
Yeah, and I was saying that too, Chad. Like sometimes it starts in the house. A lot of those kids be being bullied at home, and they'll go out and try to find a leak of wink to take it out on, weaker link to take it out on to make themselves feel better about themselves. Like you got some kids that actually go through a lot of stuff at home, and they might be. I mean, you don't even necessarily have to be bullied at home. Some of them might do it just for attention, just so they can get home attention. Like, mama, you ain't paying me no attention. Daddy, you ain't paying me no attention. It's like anything I say this next, so I'm act out to get that attention. And then some of them, I feel like mental illness play a part as well.
Yeah, I feel you. What's coming, Sam?
Hey, Fat, Ray say send a link so she can get on.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, I just did something.
What happened? The stream tripping?
Yeah, I can't hear. Hello.
Yeah, I just turned. I don't know. Maybe just jumped back to the Wi-Fi. Oh no, I just got. I just made it in. I'm finna send the link right. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, because the stream is tripping on Facebook.
What was everybody else's opinions on bullying? Just catch me up on the whole thing.
Huh?
Catch me up on the whole thing.
Catch
But
up,
since
Tate.
Be quiet.
Catch up, Tate.
Get out of there.
you said what?
Go grab him.
Catch her up, Tate.
Well, Tate already told me what he thought, but I'm saying Tate gone. So tell me,
You said
what's your
as
thought?
far as what just overall with today?
Yeah, like what's been happening since I've been out of the loop?
Um, shit, we interviewed Trey Petty, quarterback, Starkville High School. After that, we started talking about bullying and I guess ways to prevent bullying. And I just wanted like Ray Ray to come up and talk about it because she's been a school bus driver, for a while. So I'm sure she'd had plenty of encounters. I guess we were kind of more like talking to the parents, trying to see do they have any stories or anything like that on bullying. Ray Ray, they got a link, boo.
Right.
Well, like everybody serving bad.
I don't know. If mine will go on to Wi-Fi, it'll be good.
Yeah, I ain't at the house. That's why mine like that.
Oh, something I ain't heard yet.
Let me try to reset my phone because they're doing the same thing.
What up, Ray Ray?
Hey.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing, man. Who's starting tomorrow bright and early?
Yeah, but we were talking about bullying. What kind of thoughts or comments or what you see on a day-to-day basis from kids and what can the parents do better and for the new school year, Ray Ray? We're trying to start the school year out right and shit. We want a safe, productive school year. So get a
Oh, the main thing is teach your child. Everybody is different. Every child is different. So if a child don't have what you got on, that don't mean that child less. And a lot of this bullying is coming from the house. These words, these kids, and everybody was saying it's the bigger kids, it's the little ones. These words, these kids, and these phrases coming from, it's coming from adults. It's time to stop that BS. Like teaching your kids all of this stuff. I can't drive my bus and tell your child to sit down 100 times. Hello?
And
yeah, we here, Ray Ray.
added
And
to that, these parents be bullying their own kids.
yeah, and you got the kids, you got the parents that kids don't teach them nothing about fight. So how can they help themselves when you got another kid that don't know nothing but fight? And my thing is, what I try to do is I'm gonna tell your parents first, cause I don't know I don't know how your house going. So I feel like most kids need to go to school. So if I can't get your parents to make you stop, then I'll write you up. But I always try to go to the parents first. And these routes I've been having lately are pretty good. So, but you have incidents with little kids. You just have to teach them. Like, no, that ain't right. And now you have to sit them at their age because they're so advanced now. You don't want your pre-K in the back listening to what your fifth graders say. So, and our school district have monitors now, so that works a lot. Hello?
We here, girl. We just listening.
Oh, but yeah,
I don't
it,
know if they there.
it's like it's going in and out.
Can you hear now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, I don't know about them. Maybe they service bad. Let's see what they saying in the comments. He said it probably need to be more fundraisers to help family out. Hold on, for family help the parents out for school supplies.
Oh, we had so many of those. If they were watching Facebook, we had free. You had girls giving out free hairdos, haircuts, shoes. So this year, Starksville did a stand up job. Like each side of town had their own thing going on. And you have a lot of little kids that be scared to tell you that somebody picking on them in the back. And I can't see everything, but once they tell me or the parent come, I ain't got no choice but to go to my supervisor.
Right.
Yeah, but and I think that since they when we was growing up, all everybody in the same neighborhood get on the bus at the same time. I think there
Right.
was a lot of help too. Like K through pre-K through 5 on one route and then 6th grade and up on the second route. So I think that's a pretty good idea too.
Right. Or just having I'm just trying to do like that. Or just having it to where, cause like when I rode the bus in high school, so I was in a different place in high school. In Memphis, they just kind of said wherever or whatever, and it was like to each school. But out here, they pick up all the kids for that live in the area for all the different schools. But they had it somewhere like the high school kids sat in the back, the elementary kids sat up front.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
wouldn't be all these different ages, all intertwined throughout the bus.
Yeah. And we got to remind these kids every day,
But
like, look,
going back to what I said earlier, I think it's just as parents, we have to be doing our job
it's
I
going
think
in.
Chad broke up a little bit. Tate, you back on?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Yeah, and my motto on my bus
What's going
is,
on, y'all?
look, if we can't hurt nobody's feelings on here. Cause to be honest, a lot of stuff they call bullying ain't bullying.
Nah, I mean,
You got a lot of kids that try to joke, and when the joke on them, they can't handle it. So the
I just saw
parents will
that
call and
before.
say that's bullying.
I have actually saw that happen before. Like I done heard about it and saw it. And I tell mine, if they say it's like I done had one that say they hit a boy because he said something about their mama. And I was like, okay, so he just out of nowhere said something about your mama? Or was y'all joking? We was joking. Oh nah, you don't do that then. You don't do that.
Right,
And I had to teach him like once you open the door for playing, it's playing. So you can't get mad at a person because they playing a little different than you. That's why you don't open that door up to play. Like, because when you playing, especially joking, everything go because
right.
it's a joke.
And people don't get that. Like that happens so much, and that's what a lot of people call bullying. Like the jokes, and I'm looking like, I mean, but your child started the joke. Well, did and a lot of parents don't believe their child do anything.
That's the same thing I was telling Fed a little while ago. You got a lot of parents that feel like they child they ain't doing it. And either they gonna sit there, those type of parents anyway, either they gonna sit there and argue with you about they child won't do this, Or soon they gonna sit there and talk to you normal. As soon as you leave, they gonna close the door and be like, "Motherfucker, don't you come over here telling me what my child do? I know my child ain't did nothing like that." And that child hear you. So when
And
that
they
child hearing you saying that, you giving that child. I don't care if you talking to the dad or the auntie or the cousin. The child hear you. So you basically giving that child free reign to keep doing that. You just gave him permission to keep doing that, basically, because he know now, mama ain't gonna believe nobody. She ain't gonna believe I did this because I act like this here.
right. And it's just you can't win for losing. So your best bet, my best bet is to just drive. I'm gonna tell you no, no, no. Now when I get ready to write you up, it's over with. But a lot of it mental illness too. It's a lot of kids with mental illness. So you gotta really come. You can't come at every child the same way neither. I'm learning that.
Exactly.
So and then they got me off my favorite route, but 37. So
Oh, you ain't doing that? You ain't doing our area no more?
no.
Oh man, I so hope they got a good one.
That was my favorite route. God. So yeah, so they done switched it up. We got we so we so short on drivers, they had to switch everything up to make sure, the routes might be a little bit longer this year, but it should be all in all good. But this year, Starksville School District ain't playing with them write-ups.
And see, that's what me and Fat was just talking about earlier when he was talking about alternative school. Like, do you think that help or hurt? And I told him my situation when I went over there. So in the end, I still wind up getting something positive out of it because I went straight and got my GED. But you got a lot of kids that they would have told that same thing about, well, when you go back to regular school, you ain't gonna have all your credits. So you're gonna have to do all this and do all that, or you just gonna have to be half and half the next year. But you want to be able to graduate with your class, you have to come back next year and finish the 12th. And I'm like, hell no. And
But it's different now.
my pride played a part in it. But I still
It's
got out my GED and wound up going to junior college. But it's like a lot of kids now be like, man, damn it, because they so stuck on pride and what they look like to the next person. They'll instantly just be like, fuck it, I ain't going back to school. I'm straight.
right. But it's different now. Dr. Harris out there, and I really think he turned that program around because even my daughter went out there. And now when you go out there, you go a calendar year. And grades go all the way up, and you still be in your regular class.
Okay, that what I was telling Fat. Like, I don't know if it was still the same nowadays, but like when they was doing it back then when we was younger, they was basically just starting. So, they hadn't got it all the way together. Maybe somebody figured that out because, like I told Fat, when I went, if I just look at the people who I know that was in that school with me, most of them didn't graduate. Most didn't, and I can't say they played a part in it, but it's just a mighty big coincidence that most of them didn't graduate.
Hmm. But they got it. That school now, most kids, when they go down there, they don't want to come back because those teachers, I ain't saying other teachers show major love, but those teachers can connect with the child. And then there's a lot of one-on-one bases out there.
That's all I was finna say. Probably because it's smaller and you can be more one
Yeah,
on one with the child.
yeah.
That's why a lot of those charter schools be producing so many graduates because you can be more one on one and personal with the child instead of focusing on 3,000 in a day. You
Right,
know,
right,
you can be more hands on with the child, but that's the thing. Like, and that's the same thing me and Fat was talking about. So, do you think they putting the money in the right place instead of starting programs for alternative school or putting money into it to do what Starver doing with theirs? Like you say, it's doing better now. So the thing is,
Another thing,
why
man, like
y'all not putting no money into this? They barely want to pay the teachers as it is.
that's
right.
true,
So
but you gotta identify too, bro. You gotta like identify um some kids like they learn different. Everybody really don't learn like at they peak in the classroom setting. Like that's why they need to bring vocational uh trades and shit like that back in
And
school.
see,
But
vocational never left. These kids just weren't taking it.
That's what
Cause
I thought. Like that's what you said
yeah,
that
it
before,
never
man,
left
and I was like, I
because
could have slow starved. I still got some vocational stuff over there.
yeah, cause Skylar got all types of certificates when she graduated. I know she got forklift like junior year.
yeah, I'm saying they may be still prevalent in Starkville school district, but like overall, as a whole, they ain't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might be right there. You might be right there.
And
And see,
especially in the inner city though, right, like in
yeah,
the inner city they kind of, I mean, ain't no kind of what they did was they took training out of schools and they put them in prison.
True.
yeah,
But a lot of that got to do with also back to what I was saying. They don't want to pay the teachers. You finding reasons to cut stuff so you can don't have to pay as many teachers or get them a raise or whatever. You finding ways to cut programs instead, and that most definitely is not helping.
yeah. And this superintendent we got, he remind me of Dr. Box from back in the day. He hands on.
Yeah, I spoke to him a couple of times last year. He do seem like he's serious about his job and serious about these kids.
If
I
you
talked
call him,
a couple
he
of
go
times.
come. He go make sure he call you back if he
Exactly.
don't answer.
That's the
So
first time I
that's a
talked
good
to him.
thing.
The first time I talked to him, he had to wind up calling me back. And of course, I didn't think he was gonna call back when they told me he would. But when he called back, I was like, okay, because I know he got a busy day. But me and him actually talked a couple of times last year, and he do
Yeah,
seem like he's serious about these kids.
yeah, yeah. And our school district, they got a lot of work to be done, but you got kids that's getting in trouble every day. Before they go to alternative, they gotta go with what is a program I drive for. It's called evening school. You might get 3 days in there. You might get a week. It depends on what you did. Might get up to 2 weeks, a month. But before you go out to alternative school, you go to evening school. Now you get sent to alternative school. You go to alternative for a year. You do something down there. It's a school. The judge send you to, I forgot the name of it. It's some creek. But now if you dump out of that school, it's over with. They done with you. So they got a lot of chances. So it's up to that individual, that child to get right.
But they go back to like Fat was talking about. You got a lot of single mothers raising these kids, and they can't be the man at all. First, they can be tough on you, but they can't be that man. The voice ain't even gonna be the same, but they can be tough on you, and they can know mama don't play. But at the same time, mama got a lot of other stuff going on too, to where it's hard for her to take care of all of these things at one time. So she gonna miss sometime, or she's not gonna be able to do this sometime. I feel like that do play a part, and like me and Fat was talking about a little while ago, I feel like that's when that it takes a village thing comes in, because you got to it takes a village, and the mother has to be ready to actually speak out and tell somebody that she need help,
Right.
because you got a lot of people that, like we were saying, like you got cousins and uncles and brothers and stuff like that, but you got to actually tell somebody you need help too.
Right. And that's a good thing because we in Starkville, damn near everybody some can. And you gotta put that pride to the side. Or you gonna lose your child. And that ain't no good I ain't never had that feeling, but I'm pretty sure that's not a good feeling. But if it's help out there, man, you gotta take that help.
You got to, but like I said, like we were saying earlier, you got to be able to put that pride to the side. If you don't
Most
put that
definitely.
pride to the side and say you need some help, or get the child some counseling if they need it, or whatever, if you can't sit down and ask for help, nobody know to give it to you.
Right. And we got all these free programming. We got so many free programs in our district, dealing being that we deal with MSU. That's on mental. That's on physical. That's even with tutoring. All of this stuff is free. So my thing is, take heed to it.
Exactly.
Y'all still there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm here.
Toby, the link in the chat. I'm finna put it back in there.
Hey y'all, Toby baby is I don't I can't call him professor, but he's a boy genius.
How old is he?
I don't know. You gotta add Toby. Oh, he gotta be about second grade, third grade. But y'all, the boy is a genius.
Who? Toby talking about her little boy?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm finna drop the link for her. All right, the link in the chat. Tate, you still there?
And then another thing, I it's more good kids than trouble kids. We just don't never get a good kids standing ovation.
You say where, Ray?
It's more good kids than trouble kids. We just don't ever get a good kid standing ovation because
Yeah,
everybody be talking about the bad.
yeah, I think that's true. And that's why I try to highlight, the good. I mean, good people overall. Like we just gotta get back there. Like we get more good adults, then we can produce more good children. So, like I was talking to my partner today, I can't really just blame it on the kids, man. It started at home with the adults. Like they only a product of their environment, which you don't have to be, but you get a foundation from somewhere, right? I don't know, the stream freezing or what. You there, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Toby, hit the link. It's in the chat. Tate must be gone.
Nah, I'm here, bro.
Oh, okay. Ray, did you watch the movie? They clone Tyrone.
Yeah, I wasn't too much into it though.
Yeah,
I
that
got
it's one I got like I said that myself. I was like, damn, I was into it, but it was so much shit going on. You got to watch
yeah,
that 2 or 3 times.
yeah. I watched it and then too I probably was falling asleep. But I'm hearing people like it's a 10 out of 10, so I'm like, I might have to rewatch that again. So
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
all
definitely
the,
check it out tonight. Again, so we can come on and that'll be a topic we can talk about.
okay.
It's a lot of different things like human trafficking. They putting things on our food to control us, the music. It's so much to digest. I really want to have a educated opinion on it. I don't just want to speak, and I ain't fully watched the movie.
Oh yeah.
What you trying to do, Fat?
What you mean? I ain't trying. The name of the movie is They Clone Tyrone. It's on Netflix.
It's gonna seem kind of crazy at first, but I mean, I'm waiting to get into it myself. But I'm gonna tell you, Fat, I haven't read it, but I read some damn good reviews. I mean, I haven't finished watching it, but I read some damn good reviews on it. And they was like, of course, people like they think they do that for real, but I don't know about all that.
I believe it.
I mean, they told us they did it with a sheep, and they do it with certain food, certain animals. But I don't know about it. I'm pretty sure they might be testing.
Right. It's some Get Out. It's some Get Out stuff on there. It's some like, man, it's some interesting stuff, and I think they just really conditioning us to some of the stuff that's going on, some of the stuff that's been going on. Like I don't never think like the movies that they put out in front of our face, all of that shit got some truth to it in some way, shape, fashion, or form. I mean, they've been experimenting on us. Like back, you can go all the way back to slavery. Like, they used to breed us a certain type of way and do different experiments, and it just got more sophisticated with it over time and over the years.
Yep.
It make me think they had. Hey, Tate, it make me think they did some of that chicken sandwich.
To the what?
That spicy chicken sandwich it was like a year or
Everybody
two
going
ago.
crazy.
Man, people were going crazy.
Oh yeah, with the Popeye chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Bro, I was saying the same thing. I'm like, it is no way this chicken is sending folks in a frenzy like this, man. One sandwich. I wasn't thinking about they did nothing to it, but I was like, damn, y'all done added like some addictive stuff or something to this. Like for real.
Hey, and I've been seeing Drake he done put himself all the way out there. He be having his clone on stage with him now.
Hey, you know what though? I'm pretty sure it's the same one you're talking about because he handed him a book.
And I had to watch that 4 or 5 times.
If that was, how the hell did you get the book? Like, how that happened?
They talking about it was a witch. No, that was a clone.
Like it was, I mean, I actually saw it. That was weird as hell to me. I don't know how they pulled that off, but Fat, have you seen that?
What movie is it?
No, it ain't no movie. This was at a Drake concert.
Nah,
You know how you know how now they can do the virtual reality like thing and put like
the hologram and shit.
Yeah, the hologram, like they can put Tupac on stage, perform with the hologram, whatever. Drake had a hologram of himself at a younger age, sitting on the couch with a book. Drake walks up to the hologram, and the hologram hands him the book. And he had the book, and he got the book standing there with it in his hand. How is it possible for a hologram to hand you a book? But he did it live in front of everybody.
People just stopped and started looking like, what the hell? They putting everything in our face now. It don't matter.
I mean, if it was just something on TV and I saw like he doing a concert on TV, there's nobody there, I would have said, okay, it was some camera tricks to that. But he was in front of people, like a concert, and he did it. The hologram handed him the book. He had the book in his hand. No shit.
Yeah, the people in this world getting more and more.
It's technology, and it's gonna
technology.
Be like
better be.
This gonna be kind of out there, but it really ain't. Like, look at what the Jetsons was when we was young and what we saw, and look at what the world is turning into.
They got one car already up and ready to drive, just like the Jetsons now.
I think Honda said they coming out with theirs in 2028 or 26, something like that. I think Honda's already got theirs ready.
Y'all talking about a flying car?
Yeah, Honda said they coming out with one in like 28. It might be 26, but I think it's 28.
Man,
They already got one
Listen,
out.
bro.
I won't be in there.
Me
I
neither.
Honda, I believe it's Honda, man. Honda already said it's gonna be like a taxi type though. It ain't gonna be like nothing you can just go buy and drive yourself. It's gonna be like some Uber type stuff.
I be watching those car shows and I saw it and the man got in. I was like, heck no. It was like, I want to say it was like 4 point some million to get it, but it was like, heck no. I'm good.
And see, when I saw it, they wasn't talking about selling it, which I'm sure is gonna turn into that, but they were talking about making it like Uber, like pick you up, boom, float you where you going. So,
No.
but for them to even be doing it, for them to even be experimenting with it, even if they never do it, for them to be experimenting with it, that means they know that the government is finna go to some air traffic type stuff.
Yep.
Because other than that, you can't just fly no car around no town now, and you ain't got no type of direction you going, or you gotta go here, gotta go there. You can't go here, you can't go there. This your lane, that's your lane. Like, it got to be something that you know these folks coming up with to make you even want to do this in the first place. Because you can't just jump in no car and say, well, all right, you want to Uber, I'm finna float across Starving and come get you. Now, you can't do that because it's certain airspace you can't even fly in.
I'm still scared of the cars driving themselves.
And they still working. They still got a little kinks with some of those, but they working it out. They most definitely driving themselves. They is most definitely driving themselves.
That's all right. The one we was at Las Vegas, I cancel that. I'm good.
They are even trained to pull over if police get behind them. Like,
Yeah.
police get behind them, cut their lights on. They are even trained to pull over for that. How? I have no idea. I don't know what even triggered them to know it's the police, but they know.
That's all right. I'm good. That's too much control for me. I gotta, yeah, I gotta have some type of control. Nah, that ain't.
My only thing about technology is y'all making so much stuff where computers run stuff, but computers crash every day. So if I'm
AI,
in,
the new AI shit you were talking about.
yeah, so if I'm in a car and it's driving by itself, who's to say this car won't crash because the computer went out?
You didn't see the shit with the Teslas? They was crashing at a high rate at one time, bro. It's like
Right.
All it takes is just a little slight glitch,
a
you know.
malfunction, and it's over with.
But you know
And
what? I don't mean to just go way off subject, but it really ain't. But we really making ourselves more vulnerable to other places anyway by doing so much of this electrical AI type stuff. Because the more stuff you build like this, the vulnerable we are. Because now our power grids
Hell yeah.
get to the point.
Man.
Okay, everybody driving electric. Everybody got smart TVs. Everybody ain't no more AM, FM radio in the car. Like, they talking about getting rid of that. Ain't no more.
Well, see, this is the thing, Tate. Like,
We hit the power grid.
the government got us so dependent on shit. Like, if they was to take our cell phones, like, people would go crazy because they wouldn't know how to do
Literally.
it, right?
Yo, this song that
If they
literally
was to take the
blew my mind.
internet, people would go crazy because, like, I don't believe people understand, like, from the time you wake up, bro. And I know this probably true because I catch myself doing the shit. The first thing you do when you open your eyes up in the morning, dog, is you reach for that motherfucking phone.
yep.
That's programming. That's the shit that they talking about on this movie. Like, if that ain't programming, and then guess what? Guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna tune in. You're gonna click on something and you're gonna tune in to where who controls what you see. Nobody that look like you don't control, and then you gonna log on and see, my boy. So, like, that shit programming, we programmed and we really don't realize, like, all of us. You know what I'm saying?
In some type of way.
Yeah, and especially through technology. That's the easy, like, you know, they use certain things to program certain generations, you know, and the internet, shit, boy, the internet a beast. The internet really controls people to where, like, you got people that just believe anything that they see on the internet or share it believe it or argue you up and down about it. Won't research it. Won't put no effort into saying, hey, is this shit really true? And that's like the super form of manipulation and control of the mind, and especially of people who not very educated and people who really don't, have a context or deep way of thinking. And 9 times out of 10, they be people that look like me and you.
Yeah. And I think though that I think that's a program where it's supposed to teach itself after so long. So just imagine with the AI teaching itself. It's rapid. It's way faster than the human brain. So I'm thinking one day they go take over just like in the movies.
Yeah, because I mean they program like so. Shit, what if like they have a malfunction like anything else?
Yeah. So, mm-mm. And that's why that trade needs to be highly on people's minds now. Because
Man,
it's
I
so
had a
long.
wait, I got a 501 nonprofit wrote up already. I just really um just gotta put forth the time and effort to go ahead and get it done. But it consists of a school where I want to partner with the school district, and the kids that y'all gonna kick out of school, you can send them over to my school. I'll teach them trades and guarantee that once they complete my course, then I'll partner with other manufacturers or jobs in the area and provide them with jobs upon completion of my course. Okay, they also can, stay in my program, and if they stay on their job X amount of years or however they go about doing it, then they also will qualify to uh, buy a home through us. Shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Just,
yeah.
just like really, if I feel like if you give a lot of them opportunity, they'll jump on it like a mug.
And that's all they be needing. All they be want. Somebody to show them love and show them the way.
That's what's up. But shit, we'll be back tomorrow, Ray Ray. Check the movie out on Netflix if you got time tonight. If not, we're gonna have a couple more
Everybody
topics
at tonight,
tomorrow.
man. Oh, I know what it is. Everybody getting the kids ready.
You know
Yes,
everybody happy tonight. The kids gotta go to the boy.
right. It's a Monday night. School
Yeah,
tomorrow, but
yeah,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
yeah, it was a decent show tonight, man. We had Trey on. I appreciate Trey coming on again, and he's a good representation of what Starkville is and what Starkville is all about. And Tate, I appreciate you coming on, Ray, everybody. We're gonna get back to it tomorrow, and see y'all again, man. Thank y'all for coming on. Keep it on low podcast. Love y'all.
Love
All
you
right,
too.
bro.
All right,
Yes,
bye.
sir.